Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. I am joined by Maryland.
Hello, my friends.
And we are back. And I think we are finally at a point where the tension is so critical, where the stakes are so high, that we're finally going to get what we want, which is a big friggin' battle.
Yeah, that's our anticipation. I see lots of battles when I see some red and green.
So here's what I propose, Maryland. Let's read the Pangaea and Vanheim messages, and then let's scroll down here, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a battle on Pangaea. And we're going to watch this one without going to the map or anything. I don't want to ruin any part of this surprise.
Okay, do it.
All right. So for the battle this turn, I have some notes. This is from Pangaea. First of all, in Vanheim's place, this is him saying, if I were Vanheim, I would know that Pangaea has 100 plus unaccounted for white centaur, and I haven't seen a single pan in combat. So I know that something's up. Simply put, I don't sit on the cap this turn, and given Vanheim's bringing 60 Einhairs along with another northeast, nature earth mage. Me not speaking in Dominion lingo. I see any, I think northeast. Yeah. No. Nature earth mage, you silly goose. He probably feels the same way. We most likely don't have a proper fight on his cap. What? No. You must have a proper fight. And I just gym burned and showed off my very fancy script and lose some harpies. And I get gym burned and show off my fancy script and lose some harpies and a bunch of blood slaves in exchange for some thug he leaves behind. Since I can't risk him storming my cap, I have to pretend that what's on there and an immediate jump range is what I'm fighting. So with that in mind, does his army stay where it is? Should I win this fight decisively based simply on the fact that he doesn't have Alt 7 or Construction 7 and I have both? Weapons of Sharpness plus Marble Warriors plus Fog Warriors versus nothing that takes advantage of the cold vulnerability? Or rather, the cold resistance going from 5 to 0 against anything buffed with only Legions of Steel, Strength of Giants, which of course I have 2, is one-sided. Air Elementals do nothing against Magic Weapon, White Centaur buffed like that. And Thunderstrike, of course, does nothing in general because Retail Evocation is bad. I don't know if I 100% agree with his assessment here. I'm just going to say that.
I guess we're going to find out.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're going to find out.
The larger White Centaur are pretty good because they're only one per tile, so they don't get trampled super efficiently. But, I mean, Thunderstrike is still Thunderstrike. And he's done nothing. Well, he's made his Centaur harder to hit. He's done nothing to make it where they can actually hit Vanheim's dudes, except maybe he could get, Maws of Earth or what have you. All right. But, like you said, we'll find out.
On a technical note, if you were hearing some pings, I just muted that, so that should stop.
Okay, good. I didn't hear it, so.
Okay, so it didn't come through this time. Okay. I don't know why the Discord pings come through to you, but I haven't figured that out.
His thugs die the same way as any van once entangled, slimed, melded, and I have a ton of little mages on advance and cast. Right. Okay. I don't think Pangaea is going to get thugged here. Needing to walk into a gem slave burning like this while losing yet more provinces feels very bad. So he's worried about, his cap getting abandoned, and instead all those guys with on his cap just raiding him to shit this turn.
Right.
But these are not decisions that you're left with, but these are the decisions you're left with when you're losing. My only hope is that since he stormed on the throne right away when I stealthed out, he might be feeling confident enough to do it again now that he's has even more juice with that army. Also using Magic Duel to snipe the anti-magic caster is a bad mechanic. I had to expect Uruk to do it to me a while back, but now I'm in the position to be the exploiter. As far as the rating goes, the only counter I have to Van Thugs will actually be that will actually feel good is Charm. And oh man, I'm looking forward to that. Lifelong Protection plus Eye of the Void plus Advance and Cast Pan will just get any Van Jarl Assuming he doesn't get the, because he's been getting his commander sniped, but...
Yes.
So he'll need to use them in gangs to beat that. And the counter to those gangs is the same thing, except multiple pans and Hal. Remember, he's not going to be... Rather than just be not losing and maybe getting some gear, I actually get items out of it. However, Thom 7's not online yet. But I'm looking forward to the game turning when I get there. Assuming I have pans left at that point at any rate.
Okay.
And finally, an addendum. If Vanheim has Wailing Winds and unzips it this fight, he has about a 1/4 chance of winning. Morale rolls are super swingy. And in most of the cases where Van does win, he loses... Oh, so I guess he's saying this with confidence because he apparently has scripted this. So this indicates he's tested it, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's tested it.
But in most cases where Van does win, he still loses essentially his entire army. In my tests, I gave him 10 extra Vanatrots and 20 extra Sacred Troops. Damn. That's a lot of extra Vanatrots.
Mm-hmm.
So the odds would be slightly more in my favor in-game, unless, of course, he actually brings about 10 extra Vanatrots, which he totally still can.
Okay.
I completely underestimated those Sultorn. I guess he sent a raid against... I saw that he had been attacked by Horrors, Sultorn Horrors.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I didn't look. I guess he tried to take it back from them and got wrecked.
I didn't see those.
Yeah. But it seems that Horrors hate elves almost as much as I do. And I also missed that they have 10 Undying. So my Einhairs were struggling to kill them while they murdered one of my Einhairs with every attack. Setting 5 Einhair to guard commander was a big mistake because had all 20 attacked together in 2 groups of 10, I think we could have possibly beaten them. All right, well, we totally just missed that whole thing. Otherwise, things are going as planned, and Pan's deep rating doesn't bother me much. I now have 2 Van Jarl Assassins, but so far I've only killed 1 Hierophant. Kant's cap is breached. I'm waiting to attack 1 turn, as I have Wailing Winds next turn. And there seems to be no way to get that cast without scripting it. Yeah.
Well, you said that your mod does not cast off script.
And I don't think even in vanilla it likes casting Wailing Winds off script, but I don't know.
It's rare because it tends to fatigue the bejesus out of the caster.
Yeah.
And the off script doesn't like high fatigue spells.
Yeah.
Even with a lot of gems.
It likes buffs, but this isn't a buff. This is some random battlefield enchantment. No. I don't know how well it's weighted.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to cast off script.
But you know what, Maryland? What is the summation, the conclusion of reading both these messages?
Big fight.
Big fight. Let's go. All right.
They're both playing. They're playing chicken. It's down at the bottom. There it is.
Here we go. Oh my God!
Oh, look at that! And opposed to it, another doom stack.
Oh man. Okay. So we've got some evocation bait up front. These Yeti are going to be very good evocation bait.
They are.
He's got these guys to jump in their back lines, mess up scripting, etc. Yep. He's got a bunch of blood pans, which I'm not sure what he's going to do with them, but they all have a ton of nature gems. So, one of these is probably going to be a Howl caster, or they can jump in a communion, do Howl, mass protection.
One had a brazen vessel there.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, this was a cardiac cask, which is it gives temporary blood slaves.
And I saw what I thought was a brazen vessel on the middle one.
The middle one.
The middle. Oh, maybe not. I
don't think so. I think you were looking at this guy.
Maybe that's what I saw. It was just a glance, and I thought it would look like a skull.
He's got his god with a crystal heart, and enough gems to do power spheres and then fog warriors. And I don't 100%. Do you remember? Does the Van Bless include magic weapons?
I don't remember, and I don't think I made notes on it.
But okay, we'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got this guy who's an Earth 4. Wow. And he's labeled them nicely so we know what they're going to do. Sharp plus Marble Pan. Has he labeled these guys? No.
What was that thing on his head?
That was one of my temp gem items, which gives you...
Oh, okay.
It's very expensive. It's 25 Earth Gems, but it gives you 4 temporary Earth Gems. So...
Okay. I just didn't recognize it.
Yeah. And some more Earth Gems here. Okay, so he's already told us mostly what he's going to do. Let's just watch this in slow motion, see what's happening.
Earth powers, eagle eyes.
Summon storm power. All right.
There's a Sabbath Master went up. Mass protection went up.
Anti-magic went up. Divine blessing.
Sabbath slaves.
Wind guide went up. That was one of the area of effect things. Let's take a look at this bless again. So shock resistance 5, poison resistance 10, fire resistance 5, cold resistance 5, defense plus 3, MR plus 2.
Hold on for a minute.
Strength plus 2. Great.
Yeah, I've clicked it.
Blood Surge 3. Dark Vision 50%. Combat Speed 30. Undead Leadership 20. Okay. So they do have magic weapons, which means Fog Warrior is not going to be like a... It's still good because it's going to block a hit, but, you know. Which actually is kind of nice because it means the first hit's only going to do 1 damage and put them berserk. So it is pretty nice. Okay.
And that's mass protection, the green.
Yeah, is that mass protection?
Yep. I saw mass protection go up.
Okay.
And some moss bodies.
So he's doing mass protection and Marble Warriors.
Okay.
Okay.
I saw a Shadow Blast go.
On this side, I think that was Storm going up. Okay, so Storm has been cast now.
I'm seeing Shadow Blast prepared.
Okay. Howl is off. I think that's Pan. Oh, but Howl is down now. That was the shortest Howl cast I've ever seen in my whole life.
Oh my gosh. He hit it. He hit the Howl caster. Oh, wow.
He got hit for 38 points of damage. Where do you see a 38 looming somewhere?
Buried in there, I could see some red.
Oh, dude, that Thunderstrike right here. Just
it landed right on the Howl can. Oh, that hurts.
Ka-choong.
That hurts. Holy crap.
More Thunderstrikes.
Here's Pangaea saying Thunderstrike's not going to do much.
Fog Warriors now. Now that is going to help also, I think, with Thunderstrike. I don't exactly remember how it interacts, but I think it's going to dramatically reduce the first Thunderstrike hits. Let's take a look, because I don't remember. Yeah, I think this guy took...
1. Oh.
24 points of shock damage, misform negated 23. So this was the full Thunderstrike hit, getting turned into 1 point of damage, and having it go away. Okay.
So it's largely like a twist fate against something.
Very good against Thunderstrike, though. Not so great against these guys in melee, but...
Yeah. Some of his Thunderstrikes are going in. Oh, here's the clash of the 2 sets of cavalry.
All right, and I want to come in there and look, but let's see what's happening. Okay, so these guys are all put to sleep. There's a bunch of lifelong protections or imp summonings going off here. I don't think I saw any lifelong protections.
I did not see any.
They would probably be on dryads. We don't really have any dryads.
A couple of them at the top.
Oh yeah.
A few of them.
So there's 1, 2, 3.
That's quite a few.
4. But I think there's some imp. There's definitely some summon imp casting going on here in the middle. So it's a mix. Yeah. Now with Storm up, summon imps isn't quite as good because it's kind of more like Horde of Skeletons.
Okay, we're getting some stuns. I see on White Centaurs and Ghost Grip.
Yeah, and
I'm having a hard time telling.
Yeah, they kind of look similar.
Leading Centaur. Well, it's hard to see which is sort of...
Yeah, which is which cavalry.
Well, and which one's taking the beating. It looks to me, just first glance, the White Centaurs Centaurs are taking more hits than the...
the
high defense of the Vans is holding.
That's what it looks like to me, too. Let's kind of confirm this real quick. So the Vans, are mostly fine. We see... So far, it only looks like about 7 dead out of the whole cast.
Oh, but a couple of...
The White Centaur, it's more like
12, 15, 20,
25.
30, 20.
Yeah, 25, 30, yeah.
A lot of dead wolves.
Yeah.
Oh, Howl went up again, did it?
Oh, dude. What a boss.
So we got
Double scripted. Wait, Lion Tribe Witch Doctor. I'm pretty sure this is not Pan's Howl.
No, that's Van's Howl.
That is Van's Howl.
Oh, so it would have been competing howls, except he absolutely had spectacular luck taking the pan out with Howl.
And there's a chance this is not the same patch. So there's a chance there's different RNG. So it's possible we don't have the same battle report, which is just as cool in my mind.
Yeah. If you end up needing it, I have maintained the old patches.
Okay.
But
all right, so
we'll know soon enough when we see the battle report. Oh, this back line
has gotten crushed.
Those Valkyries have made a mess.
No, they've gotten wrecked. There were like 30 of them back here or something, and they're dead. They're gone.
Well, I'm just thinking that, but I think they did their job, which was keep guys busy, but maybe not.
No, they kept guys busy, but they were the ones getting killed. I think they had sleep cloud on them. They'd get put asleep, and then they got butchered once they were at 0 defense.
Well, and some broken armor, so some destruction or something. I just saw some broken armor. We've got White Centaurs pushing to the... Oof. Some air elementals.
Now, one thing I'm noticing, I think Pan brought a lot more to the fight, because like you and I were looking at the losses so far, and let's see if it still holds. Okay, there's a lot more Vans dead now, but still a lot more Vans alive.
A couple of Vanadrots and Van Jarls dead.
I just don't see a ton of them. Like, where are they? These Vans are all surrounded. I don't know where they all are.
Some of the Vans rushed. See, some of them rushed on the two flags.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if for him it would have been a lot better to just have him on attack closest so that he didn't get enveloped.
Maybe.
Because them running back here and them going asleep and all that, I don't know if that's the play, but... Alright.
This is destructive.
This looks like Pan's gonna win.
Right now it does. Now...
These sleep clouds are punishing. And I'm pretty sure it's Pangaea doing... Where are these sleep clouds even coming from?
The Dryads?
Yeah, okay, we have Charm Animal going off, so these Pans are having just a heyday stealing these wolves.
Right.
I don't see...
an Earth element. That's a lot of imps.
Yeah. It's going to be a tide of imps that just gets unleashed this way once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the Van center has kind of fallen. It's not done, but the Blade Winds are not doing much, but holy cow.
I think the other thing that's probably happening is people are they starting to get fatigued out, a little fatigued out. And I guess these guys are they're not more fatigued out, that's for sure. These Vans are really getting fatigued. Well, no, not all of them.
Yeah. There sure is a lot of sleep all over the place.
I think we're about at an HP route. The other thing is Pan has summoned so much stuff, all these imps that have just been stuck in the back line. There's no way he's going to HP route.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You know, Maryland, I actually have popcorn out for this. Like, I'm...
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. I'm taking a bite of it right now.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say no. I'm not really betting on either side. But the tide has turned.
Yeah.
The tide has... now we got Van Jarls and Vanadrots running away.
There's a couple things that are occurring to me right now. One is that I had...
storm up. Those imps are walking.
Oh, it just, I think, went away.
Yeah. No, there we go.
Yeah.
And that's that. Whoosh. Well.
I had no idea how this was going to go. Not from the second it started. But
I thought when I saw that that howl casting pan get killed that this was going to turn sour, and when the Vans held so well for a while, but yeah, he was. Well, it'll be interesting to see the numbers, because I think what it comes down to is there was just more white centaurs than there were Vans.
Yeah.
By a significant.
Yeah, I think Van got split up, and I think a lot of things when you're fighting elves, when you're playing elves, you really don't want to get surrounded. And it felt like his elf just kind of got enveloped by the overwhelming numbers. Oh my god. So loses all the harpies, loses all the maenads, loses 64 white centaur, which on top of, I was saying he's probably lost 80 already at least. He's probably down to less than, my guess is 80 total now. White centaur. On the mage front, he almost lost none of his mages though. Didn't lose his god either. Vanheim, they lost, they lost 13 Van Jarls. Do you have a calculator? Can you calculate how much 13 Van Jarls is? 275 gold at 13? Oh, I might have lost you. Are you on mute?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. 3,575, just that.
Oh my gosh.
But what do white centaurs cost?
Yeah, let's do one at a time. Let's finish Vanheim. So we're at 3,000 what? For the Van Jarls?
3,375.
Okay.
Plus,
and then 65 times 83. We'll call it 3,300. Plus 65 times 83.
65 times 83.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what about Vanadrots?
Well, let's do Valkyries real quick. 45 times 73.
Okay, we're at 12,000 now.
And he didn't lose any Vanadrots. He lost 2 Van Herses, which is just 280.
Van Herse.
280, yeah.
Okay.
4 Dwarven Smiths, which is 4 times 140.
Okay.
And that's close enough.
That's 13,000.
Woo! Woo! All right. Vanheim, Pangaea's side. The big difference for Pangaea is he didn't lose many mages.
No, he didn't.
So White Centaur, they're 55 gold a pop. He lost 65. 64.
65 times 55. So that's 3,500.
The Harpies are 7 gold, and he lost 38 of those.
Okay, that's pretty trivial.
And he lost 1 pan, which is $300. And he lost 2 of the adepts, which are 230 apiece. So that's 460 for the adepts, and then 120, and then 120 for our Hierophantide. That's it.
That's 4,700. 13,000 to 4,700. So this did not play well for Vanheim. It did not play well for Vanheim. Wow.
This gets at something Sai was hinting at in the message, but it was also the advantage Sai had. There's a lot of things in Dominions that give the defender... There's a lot of things in Dominions that give the advantage to the attacker, and there's a lot of things in Dominions that give the advantage to the defender. One of the biggest advantages for the defender is usually the attacker will reveal what they're doing and make a move and say, I bet you can't deal with this. And you then get to think about how you're going to deal with it as the defender. And Sai absolutely did this. He's a good player. He knows what things are good. If this was a blitz where he couldn't have tested anything, he would have still said, these are the things I need to do. But he could play it out.
There was the comment by Van that the deep raids weren't bothering him. But the one thing the deep raids were doing was giving Pangaea a chance to see the scripts of the armies moving forward and perhaps interrupt the armies moving forward.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see that horde of Einhirs that we thought would come up. There was a few of them there, but not that many.
Yeah.
How many Einhirs?
I think it was like 80 or something earlier. In this fight, there were none.
Yeah, they didn't get there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, one. Oh, that's a Einhir commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he was bringing that stack of Einhirs. That could have made quite a... And if you look at the base numbers, yes, okay, well, 100 of those are Maenads, and Van had no chaff.
Yeah.
And it is, I have a tendency to always want at least some chaff.
Yep.
Because if all you have is elite troops, then if anything goes sour, your losses are painful.
I'm not totally sure on the value of chaff here for Vanheim, because Centaurs just dispatch chaff so goddamn fast. But, you know, like the Einhairs are not chaff. The Einhairs will murder Centaurs. So...
No, they're not. They're not chaff, but I was thinking Evo bait, like you said, the Yetis.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't so much, it was sleep clouds, and I didn't see a lot of evocation out of Pangaea. There was quite a bit of blade wind flying around, but Earth Magi tend to do that when they go off script, no matter what.
Yeah, there was a lot of sleep. I think sleep clouds almost kind of won this battle for him. I mean, obviously the buffs helped a ton, because, well, there's a few things we didn't look at I want to look at.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, see, one thing I noticed is I saw some Shadow Blasts, that Camazot had some Shadow Blasts. It said preparing, but I didn't see Shadow Blasts go off. Did you see any Shadow Blast? Because a Shadow Blast, how much MR do the White Centers have?
He cast it once. He cast it only one time. Yeah.
And then he goes to raise dead.
Yeah, it's strange, because didn't he have a lot of gems? He did. I wonder why.
He did.
Oh, he's fatigued out. That might be part of it, but...
Oh, yeah.
Shadow Blast is pretty high fatigue, but...
Yeah.
So let's... I want to look at these guys once they're buffed up. So this guy... he's Berserk with Mass Protection, so 13 Protection. I wonder if there's going to be some that have Marble Warriors on them. This guy has Marble Warriors on him. So he's got 15 plus 3, which gives you the...
weapons of sharpness.
And yeah, he's doesn't have weapons of sharpness on this guy, but 22 Protection, 16 Attack. Who is he fighting? He's fighting this guy right here, who does 20 piercing damage with 14 attack and 24 defense. And this guy's got 16 attack and 10 defense. 21 protection. So this guy will be doing chip damage to this Centaur almost every time. Like, 22 protection is not enough to keep 20 piercing damage from hitting you.
And the Centaur is going to have a hard time hitting, but if he hits...
Right.
Plus, there was sleep going on. So, of course, if they're sleeping or melded or slime.
And it's 16 versus 24, which is now not a huge river to cry. And I think some of this guy must have experience stars. He has 2 experience stars. So, what's the harass here? None. So, but that's only a difference of 8. And 8 is probably still like a 10% chance to hit, I'm guessing.
But if you watch during the fight, it was basically the edges of Van's front line slowly collapsed as they were surrounded. You know, until they got surrounded, they held well.
Let me turn the team-colored squares on here.
Yeah, that's helpful. But see, these Vans up front get surrounded.
I don't think these guys are helpful at all. I think he needed these guys to hold down the line here in the middle and just have a nice little cup that kept everybody in here. In theory, it's great to have Vans flanking and you're imagining them to go kill the mages. But in practice, in this particular fight, how it played out, and Van had no way of knowing how it would play out, because he had showed his hand by jumping on the Pangaean fort, but Pan's stuff was stealthy. Pan hadn't really fought him yet. He had no idea what research Pan had. It was just a big black box.
And he didn't know if they were back yet.
Right.
I mean, they had traveled quite a ways across the map, so if they had got back just 1 or 2 turns later than this, would have been a bit of a different story.
But, hindsight 2020, Monday morning quarterbacking, we can look at this and know that there's a ton of stuff being summoned back here, and Vanheim would have done a lot better to have it back over this way.
Yeah. I think, and Pan's comment that the air elementals weren't going to do it. Okay, there's a Shadow Blast.
Yeah.
But it's not getting through. I saw those White Centaurs are MR 18.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of MR.
So, yeah, Shadow Blast is not going to do diddly against that.
But yeah, look at all this. I think this is Cloud of Death or something, and then all the sleep clouds back here. Those guys got butchered. Frozen Hearts.
Yeah.
But I want to see. Okay, here we can see Sleeping Cloud going off. So these guys are not asleep. These guys are not asleep. This guy is asleep, and you can see his thing is 0.
Right. But so there we go. So I mean, boy, if Vanheim had Fog Warriors too, because that Fog Warriors was pretty significant.
Yeah. Okay, so here it happened. These guys have been sitting, and this is what I wanted to see. These guys have been sitting in the Sleep Cloud, which, by the way, I will say my mod makes Sleep Cloud more likely to get cast, and stupid indie shamans and stuff, if they have gems, will cast it at you and mess up your expansion. But
yeah,
they've been hit by Sleep Cloud. They now have 0 defense. And these guys with 0 defense are going to get shellacked by the Centaur.
And that's what's happening.
Yep.
One dead. You're dead. 14.
And we've got a new wave of Sleep Clouds down here.
And the Centaurs have come around the edges, gone at the Magi.
Look at these are all Sleep Clouds right here. Sleep Clouds where once elves stood. And there's some friendly fire, some of these guys are getting hit by it, but
well, and he put up Eagle Eyes with his Nature Magi early. I saw that.
Yeah.
So I saw the Dryads and stuff tossing up Eagle Eyes, so the precision's good. They're hitting accurately.
Yeah.
What's the rate on Sleep Cloud? It's 25, isn't it?
We can look after.
Yeah, but I think it's in that ballpark.
The other thing is, and I think this feeds back to the air elemental thing, because I just had a thought, which was, this wasn't like an overwhelming amount of air elementals. Like, the scary amount of air elementals is like 30. And when you have 30 air elementals spawn in a storm, you're like, God damn it.
Well,
but
we had looked and seen a lot of gems in the previous turn. We saw a lot of gems, but
there were a few. A lot of commanders had 1, some had 2, some had 3, and there were a lot of commanders. But we can look and see how many air elementals ever got summoned. I think, because I think the list here is dead. Yeah, only 3.
3. Oh, well, that's more or less insignificant.
Yeah. So. But the other thing that even if he did do 30, Fog Warriors is one of the air elemental counters. So, trampling mist form dudes doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
So, I think Sai was right. Not only because he's just been proven right by the facts, by the outcome, but I don't, looking at this, I don't know what Vanheim could have done differently. Like, I was saying they could have put the formation different. That would have been insufficient, I think.
I don't think it was enough. I think probably the only option he had to do different was disengage from Pan's capital, leave a token force.
Scout it out. Yeah.
Come back again later. He's done the damage. He's put massive economic damage on Pangaea. He's forced Pangaea to retreat from everywhere else.
I wonder if he did.
Do you think he made the calculation that he could afford this attrition?
No. I'm wondering if he did. Okay, so summon Storm Power, Thunderstrike. Oh, he did do it. Reinvigoration.
Right.
So, he got these guys set up to drop a lot of Thunderstrikes. I don't know. I mean, that was pretty good. And this is a big mage support. There's a lot of mages. It's easy for us to sit here and say, bring more mages, you could have won. He had 20 goddamn Van Jarls. That is a lot of
Yeah.
Van Jarls.
But only one Vanadrot. I mean, the main advantage though, the Vanadrot is the extra pass. Or
Right,
the,
for Storm, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, so look at that. And he's got them. Oh, and they retreated all over the place.
Yeah.
What a pain! What a pain!
I mean,
look at how far.
That being said, he doesn't own any of his cap circle right now. So he won a big victory. It was a huge victory. You know, it was many turns of income in cap recruitment that Van lost. But strategically, he's just still Pangaea is in a kind of shit position right now.
Yeah, it's a difficult position. Are you up for looking at the army graph now, or do you want to wait until we've seen some other nations?
We'll lance that Boyle.
Oh my!
Was that it? That's not that bad for for Vanheim though.
No, but Van, yeah. But look at some of the other.
Okay,
dips.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Okay. Well, I didn't see who they were. I just saw that.
I don't know who they were. I don't want to know.
Going on here.
I don't want to know.
Some other people took a beating too. Okay,
so
that's Van.
Anyway, I think it's worth saying too. Well played to Sai. I mean, he was put in a difficult situation. He had figured out. I mean, there's so much that goes into this. You know, allocating resources to research so that you have enough. You know, research by the critical time versus rating. Having the right research priorities for who all your neighbors are. Getting this thing all scripted perfectly. It was a very clean, well executed fight against, you know, a very, very good player with a very strong army. So,
can we zoom out a little and just see the colors in the Pan area? So I see just one outlier of a red flag in Pan.
This one,
single one.
Yeah. Oh.
So Van did not do a lot of airdrops this turn.
No, I think he was mostly focused on this cap. Yeah.
Well, now he has to. What's in Van's cap now? Because now he's got to rebuild.
I mean, I think for Vanheim, this war is over for him. Like he's not gonna. I mean, the question is, can they reach a good settlement of territory? But I think the idea that Vanheim would conquer Pan in the near run has been put to bed.
No. Yeah, I think so. Because I don't see an army to back that up. So now he's got to run.
Right.
Reform those armies. Because if that horde of white centaurs comes barging at him, he needs some method to block it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect that Pangaea would try that, because it's high risk and not great reward, but it's still something you've got to consider. Wow.
Yeah. We've got a battle down here where Ulm is attacking Pangaea. And I think this is another Foul Vapors setup.
Definitely looks that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moss Body.
Creeping Doom.
Creeping Doom? Not swarmed yet. Some meteors buzzing around. Advance and cast. Where did that Dryad go berserk? The Dryad's in melee.
Oh, it's a thug. She's got
it's a Dryad thug. Oh, okay.
So you don't see these very often. How about that?
No. Well, they're a little low hit point, but it's doing fine.
Ooh, Sleep Cloud on her. I think that's friendly fire.
Ooh, is she gonna live? Looks like she's the only one left. Oh, and now she's paralyzed. Tempering the will. Oh, she gets... Nope.
Mind Cloud.
Okay.
So I think the PD routing caused these other guys to, or it could have been they were taking some checks from Foul Vapors, but they didn't kill much. For putting up Foul Vapors, they killed almost nothing. I kind of want to see what Ulm... Did Ulm do some kind of poison ward or something? Because they had a shaman here.
Did. Well, there's a shot. With gems. Okay. Does he get poison ward up?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, that's why. So, good counter. Good job for Van.
Yeah.
Or, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. And This may not seem like a big victory, but this was 20 gems of gear on the Dryad for the cost of almost nothing. That's a...
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Good counter raid.
Well, very good.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah.
Revelers. We haven't seen those much.
Yeah, these are really good. I like Revelers a lot. They're the berserking guys, I think. Yeah.
Are they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they they're not the ones that cause unrest.
They do. They do.
Oh, they do.
They're stealthy, berserking, and cause unrest. But for raiding, they are by far the superior satyr.
Yeah.
Oh, a lifelong protection leader? That's going to be an annoying squad to deal with. Yeah.
Okay. Well played again. So,
What? Did Alan have a message? No. So, I think that covers that.
Yeah, to summarize it, I would say that we are back to two roughly equal leaders, in terms of, both are still kind of in the lead. It depends on how some of the other wars go, but I mean, neither's crippled.
Right.
So neither's going to be wiped out, and they're both big. They both got big economies, lots of gems.
Yeah.
So I can see why this game, I know, is well up in 30 more turns, because this was the kind of counterplay that stops that big push by Van to win the game. So now Van's got to rebuild.
Yeah.
And Pan's got to retake territory and negotiate and sort out his borders. And so the opportunity for one of the mid-tier nations to now come up into the competition for the lead is substantial. The question will be which one.
Right. Yeah, this is a great boon to Ulm and Ashdod and Zabalba and gives them some breathing room.
Sure does. All those white centers. See, now probably will have learned that all the white centers are back at Pangaea.
Right.
So he has freedom of action to, finally deal with Agartha.
The thing, though, is if Pangaea has thoroughly discouraged Vanheim, then he's probably going to want to resume the war with Ind, but he may not have all the troops in position where he needs them now, but still.
No.
They can be over here in Agartha land pretty quick.
Yeah, so that might be what he plans to do.
Yeah.
And he's got a few back there. Oh, I see some interesting things. Okay.
So let's move on to the next nation. We're already at 40 minutes, so... Jotunheim wanted to move the army last turn, but got baited by a last-minute timer misunderstanding. Good news is...
we wondered why that army didn't move.
Yeah.
So it got baited, and that's why.
Good news is I got to see Pelagia got his goddamn octopus back. I feel that. Now the plan is a fluffed Scrotty casting foul vapors to kill most of Pelagia's troops.
No, he's going to junk it. Can be thrown in the bin. He's junking that plan.
Okay.
It's not going to work. Because it won't do anything to the octopus.
Okay. Last few turns were pretty wasteful. Haven't had much time to spend on the turns, and it's showing. Now, basically...
Okay, so this some of what we noticed is he just didn't seem to be doing much, and it looked kind of ineffective.
Well, and I mean, it looked like he wasn't doing much towards an objective, which you and I were wondering about, which is, are you really going to fight Pelagia over that one fort after he's given you back most of your coast?
Yeah, that's kind of what we were saying. So why leave that army sitting there where it could be raided from the ocean and can't counter?
Yeah. Now, basically, can't kill his 400 HP regen multi-buff octopus, and the only thing I could find reliably to kill it is to go Thaumaturgy 5 2 turns away. Already wasted so many turns with his army, so now I gotta go waste 2 more turns, and probably should have been researched anyway instead of going Enchantment 7. Can't even let it be and go to war somewhere else, or the fish will just try to grind more lands. Okay, I guess this means he's tried peace and it failed, but who knows?
Maybe, but... Did the fish... See, the fish didn't really do much.
Well, let's see. He got raided somewhere else. So he sent the most budget raiding squad ever over here.
Just to kill
Jade Amazon that's diseased, who he doesn't care about, leading a few.
I bet you those guys are all diseased or something,
right?
Too. But it killed the PD, and it locks the fort down for a minute.
Uh-oh, somebody's back.
Oh, but this didn't work.
Well, let's see. We don't know what happened. Okay, so it's a Ring of Returning Octopus.
Oh, okay.
And he's stacked defense up now to 28, which is something you can do with him, which makes him pretty hard to hit.
Right.
Right. But, there's a bunch of ways to go past defense, so we'll see if those happen. And, yeah, he's pretty big and scary.
That's a lot of Astral Pearls, so is he going to do...
Oh, I wonder. He could do Doom, yeah.
That, yeah, or that...
Oh, Magic Duel.
Oh. And he baits all the gems. But something whacks it and sends it home, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah. You would think, yeah, okay, because it's getting harassed with all those imps. Imps are pretty good at landing a hit.
Something punched through. So I don't... Can you look at how many...
He kills a hag. Oh. Hardly even worth the Astral Pearl.
No. Okay. All right.
That's cheap.
Yeah. Well, Jotun got off lucky there. So where did the army go? Oh, back up to his fort. So he got away. Okay. So he went north.
Yeah.
Wonder what his play is now. He didn't really tell us.
Right.
It sounds like he just doesn't have enough time to be thinking about a next strategic direction except continue to try to hold the coastline.
I mean, I don't know if he can make the argument, but what argument he could try to make is with Pangaea losing all this stuff and being all spread out and Vanheim getting beat back, he could maybe say Arco needs to, or Pelagia needs to push farther into Pan, but...
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, that might be his diplomatic argument.
To get Pan or to get these guys off his back so he can go vulture somewhere.
Yeah, vulture Satis or vulture Vanarus or something.
Okay.
Get some land back.
So that was that.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, not too much action.
Yeah, the great all that done.
Ashdod, okay, so we've got the giants and the bats, or the toads. Zam versus Lifelong Protection Assassin. I guess Zam is one of his thugs, or super combatants.
Zam's Knight, right?
Yeah.
That's what the type is called.
Yeah, okay. The True Rainbow... Oh, the True Bow was a nice pickup after the fight. Luckiest Zam in existence. If the bow had hit, it probably would have interrupted his Earth Elemental casting. Also lucky the Earth Elemental stayed locked into the two assassins, and that the two lifelong protections... That's two lifelong protections down for Xibalba from the arena and now this, which has to hurt. Looks like assassins are his answer to my communions, so winnowing these down is critical.
We did see this fight, I think, last... No, we didn't.
Well, this was an assassin fight. We can't see these, yeah.
No, we can't see these, yeah.
So we're very thankful for his notes here. Picking up Soul Slay so the battlefield thugs are less of a problem. With the critical mass of Air 2s, I can probably just pay to win in big fights with SS support for the big nasties. I don't know what that is.
Soul Slay.
Soul Slay, okay.
Soul Slay.
Oh, S2s. Yeah. Critical mass of A2s. Okay, I think that... Because A2s can't cast Soul Slay, so I guess it's the Astral 2s? I don't know.
Maybe he means Astral.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a typo.
Dropping a Matrix on the A2s, I can pump out Air Elementals. My Cold-Blooded Shamans, likely to pop if slaves, but I could assure the win. The Token Garnet is the communion for reinvigoration to give me a solid 10 rounds. Don't enlist in the Ashdod army, folks. The Ashdod Scouting Network, however, there's where the glory lies. Okay.
So he's saying that he's basically made shock troopers and they might win, but the losses are going to be painful.
Right. So we have a tiny little battle here where...
But that's just independence.
Right. But we get to see his Teodo rolling out again.
Oh, here it is. We were wondering where it is. Great Sword of Sharpness.
Yeah. He's looking pretty healthy.
That's straightforward.
Not a lot of mage support, but, he's got... okay, well, we get to see. We've been wanting to see the twice-born white mages. And indeed, they cannot fly, but they are stealthy. So, there we go.
I thought they could not fly.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought they lost their flying. Because most of the undead flyers lose... They get the bone wings, not a flying wing.
But
Same with
unlike
that.
other white mages, they do have stealthy, so that is something.
That is nice.
But they,
And
you know,
nice
have
path.
way less hit points than the normal white mages you get. So
Plus they got chill aura, so
yeah,
you gotta work with that on where you're gonna put him. He's got him well, and those are, I think, his frozen heart spammers.
yeah, it's
So
okay.
this is fine.
It's a little
it's
light
good.
army, little not necessarily what I would call an Anakite smashing army, but we'll see. Okay. Oh boy! All right, here we go.
He's moved the behemoths way to the back, so I'm going to make a little prediction that he's doing Gift of Flight.
Okay.
Like last time he etherealed them, and I'm wondering if this time he's going to try to ethereal and Gift of Flight them.
He was worried about things on attack rear. I can't remember if it was the imps or if he was worried about air elementals coming out, but he was worried about something on attack rear, and that was why he put him back there. He had sent us a message to such effect, but
Correct. And a sandwich formation is a good option for that. I've used that quite
Right.
often. Like your Magi in the middle line, a big front
Yep.
line, and a back line.
yeah, I like that too. So he's got some ways back here. He's got some of these hidden in beneath with
Oh, he
You're
still
dead.
has some,
What a surprise. Okay.
because we saw so many of those get killed.
Yeah. Ooh, a Death 3 one. That's pretty nice.
That is a nice one. He's
man.
got quite a few, two of them.
Yeah.
Like getting the good ones on that is such a random chance, but
Yeah.
it's magic scale and luck scale, I think, determines getting Magi with that hidden in snow. What are we seeing for buffs here on Ashdod? Oh, got some battle enchants. Wailing. The white mage. Oh my.
I'm assuming that's
What's
one. Oh,
morale?
it's this guy.
Yeah. What's the morale on Anakites?
It's pretty high.
Pretty good.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah.
Good luck getting them to run.
Well, you
Flaming
gotta kill
arrows
some-
coming out.
Ooh.
Did they run already? That would be horseshit. Okay, no. They're on attack rear, and Hal has them all. I mean, they're on attack closest, which means attack the closest people to the back of your line, which in this case is fucking up these Anakites.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's no perfect formation or command order for Dominions. Like, if you know, last fight we were looking at Vanheim and Pangaea, and I was like, they should have been on attack closest, right? But if you're on
Yeah.
attack closest, you can get baited with this stupid thing where you're running backwards.
Mhm.
Anyway.
And if you
Oh
go
my
attack, no, then who knows? Oh,
The elephants are
archers.
making their screamy noises.
oh, I can't hear that thing. Come on. So, heck, we got Anakites. We still got one squad of archers throwing flaming all over the unfrozen.
Yeah, these are slingers, actually. He's making pretty good use of these guys.
Well, they're making a mess of the unfrozen.
Yeah.
And they're putting a fair number of the toads to burning. Oh, and a fire elemental. And some earth elementals.
Okay, so the slingers
did
have made
not-
their exit now with Wailing Winds up.
Yeah, but he did not ethereal the behemoths.
Yeah. And Darkness is up now, too, so these guys have garbage stats.
Ooh,
Well, I think they have Dark Vision, but they don't have Dark...
right. They've got the 50%,
Yeah.
so...
which is
Not as
good, but it's still... I mean, these are bad stats.
Yeah, and he's... There's still quite a few unfrozen in the fight. Oh, some meteors.
These Unfrozen are doing a lot of damage. They've got Cold Power, and it's Cold +2, so that's 20 piercing damage. That's a lot. They're getting through and damaging these Anakites, especially with Darkness up.
They are.
And Mind Burns are
that's-
coming out back here, too. I don't... Oh my god, that elephant noise is gonna kill me. I hope it's not too bad on the video. It's literally like a pig is dying every time these guys squish something.
So... But all three behemoths are still going. All
Yep.
four, sorry. And they're...
Those could be the critical thing. Oh man, they got hit by a banishment that did Soul Slay.
But the earth elementals are still working for it. Oh, and there's 5 of them. They're still big. Some more meteors.
I think we're about to get an HP route on the Zabalba side. These behemoths are just killing things too fast.
well, and any unfrozen that aren't close enough to the back are going to melt away. So I think the unfrozen are all gone now.
Zabalba's routed.
Yeah. There's still a howl, so the howl caster. There it goes.
Okay, and these slaves are going to get chewed up.
Ways get wiped. So we lost 2 of 4 behemoths.
That was close.
But the damage on both sides. So all the unfrozens are dead. No. 4 baited away.
Right. He lost the Muke. But he lost about, it looks like 12 or 15 commanders. 15 at least commanders.
Yes. Really painful.
Ashdod didn't lose that much, really. He lost some Bakemono.
11.
He lost 2 behemoths. He lost 15 Anakites.
But there was only, that's all there were. I thought that seemed more Anakites to me, but that wasn't all that many.
That was not that many.
Oh, I see. There's 2 squads of them. The 7 of the Ahimens and the Sheshais. Okay.
Which,
that's not much loss.
Yeah, I mean, Zabalba lost a mage for every Anakite that died. So
exactly. And Ashdod didn't lose a single mage.
Now, he's going to have lost more in the retreat because he had Wailing Winds up, a bunch of stuff ran. But
well, the slingers will be particularly vulnerable to that at the Bakemono.
Yeah, this was not a clean victory, but it was a victory for Ashdod for sure.
It was. Well, that's quite interesting. That was the other significant army dip I saw in the graph, I think.
Yeah, I think that was. What do you think was the secret sauce here for Ashdod?
I think it's that whaling isn't enough to chase away Anakites, and the fire arrow slingers did a lot of chip damage early, and then those elementals.
That's a good
fire
point.
and the earth they were stomping things. Those earth elementals stomping. Like a lot of times earth elementals melt to small really quickly, which is really bad if you're fighting anything size 4 or size 5. But Xibalba had nothing big anywhere.
Yeah.
And so he had nothing to kind of hold off any earth elemental trampling. Because the regen on earth elementals, I find, is sort of irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because if they dip below size 4, they pretty much lose their efficiency.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it was the earth elementals. I think it was also the behemoths. I think it was these tramplers that just...
The tramplers.
They cleared up, Zabalba's plan was, I'm going to make so much garbage, you can't deal with it all. And the earth elementals and the behemoths were the garbage cleanup crew, and they just came through and got rid of it all. So...
Well, this is kind of what I'm getting at, is that the Anakites had enough morale to hold the line under Wailing Winds.
Right.
And then the morale immune tramplers trampled everything.
Yeah. So I think that was a cool battle. I mean, it's the first time I've ever seen behemoths wreck, and so they were used really well there. That was awesome.
They were. I was just disappointed not to see Ethereal on them, because he did that before.
Yeah.
But he was so concerned about attack rear, I guess he didn't want to put them in position.
The other thing is, this is the first time Wailing Winds has been cast in this game so far, and the side that cast it lost. How about that?
Well, I did a lot of testing and experimenting and trying with Wailing Winds in my tournament game, and it's an awesome spell, but if you don't have the meat to hold it up, you need... Like, one of the things I used was a lot of corpse constructs, simply because they're big sacks of hit points that are hard to get rid of, and they are immune to it. So, well, it doesn't affect you, but they could just sit there and hold the line while it does its job. And I used it to chase away ghosts. And ghosts have quite good morale, and that's not easy. But you got to have something to hold that line.
Yeah.
And big, giant elites don't necessarily hold it long enough to do that job.
Yeah.
There's an example where I'm talking about having some chaff, like with something like Wailing Winds.
Right. All right, let's keep moving. We got some stuff to cover. So, an assassin gets patrolled out here. Let's see if this is another lifelong protection lost. It's not. Oh, he had an amulet of the dead. These are really good assassin items too.
Hey, that guy ran away.
Oh yeah, he did. He had a small little raiding squad go off on Ashdod's throne here. Just a few idiots and a Kamazat. Horde of skeletons, reinvigoration, horde of skeletons.
And those are unfrozens.
Yeah.
So if the horde of skeletons tie up anything, the unfrozens will kill it.
Right. This is an efficient little raiding squad.
Well, it's a little like I've used a Bane with 2 whites as a minimal raiding squad.
Yeah.
Because you get three stacked Chilloras. Like 3 stacked Chilloras is useful.
Yeah.
Overlapping.
And he killed, 100 gold of units in addition to the PD and taking control of the province. This is very efficient.
Yeah. Good move.
Unfortunately, though, for Zabalba down here, I think he loses this one. He's got here a very similar setup, where I'm guessing we're going to get horde of skeletons. This guy's probably going to do swarm, 2 reinvigorations.
Yeah. Oh, but against heavy cap PD.
But there's some anakites and an earth elemental.
Okay, yeah.
And the earth elementals just squish so much stuff. Look at this guy, just squish.
Yeah.
Earth elementals are good. How many kills is he at? 28.
And he gets all the magi too. Ouch.
33 kills.
Okay.
That elemental did work.
It did.
All right. So yeah, rip 4 more mages.
And then here's the fiends.
Yeah.
So this was the thing Ashdod was talking about. Where the heck are these fiends going to show up? And now they show up.
That's why he had those guys in the back, was the squish fiends. Those
right.
behemoths.
It was the fiends.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about that in messages. He was worried about because he'd seen these fiends briefly.
Right.
And then they went off his radar because they stealthed.
Yeah. Well, they're on raiding duty now.
There's not very many of them. 7 is not very many. They work fine for this, but...
Yeah. Doesn't lose any of them, so pretty clean. Kills some Bakemono.
But that was in a cave,
yeah.
So they got their dark power.
Right.
So that makes it scary.
Add up to the Iron Order teleporting. This looks like a magic duel to me. Yep.
Yep. There you go.
Yoink.
So he's just catching a reinforcement 8 on out of position.
Yep. And then was there Garnet Sorceress coming in here?
Yeah, so he was just moving him forward, I think, and he got caught. That was a good piece of magic phase movement. Interrupt the movement of some key magi. That was good work.
And Ashdod striking out here has taken this back. So Zabalba has mostly been kicked out. All of his deep raiding stuff has pretty much been squished. There's another little small squad down here, but...
I make a prediction that army of Ashdod we were just looking at, the good size one. I'm thinking it might go north. No, the one to the left, to the west. More over.
This one, yeah.
I'm thinking it might be shooting straight north.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Zabalba tried to take this out.
God, he's got a lot of these. I mean, I commend him on taking his gems and turning them into military power. This isn't the most efficient way to do it, but it's a fast way to do it.
But this has 2 pretender. Oh my God!
Doesn't that make you
look at all?
Yeah, it makes you salivate, doesn't it? Look at all that.
Oh my gosh! If you could charm those, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Because the troops are nothing much. So what does it cast? Strength of Gaia, Wooden Warriors. Here comes Earth Elementals. And Swarm, not Creeping Doom. Well, those Pretender guys are not throwing up anything too amazing, but they can keep doing that forever. Oh, and that one flew forward. Oh, look at that. Chop, chop.
Oh, that's ballsy. She should have been doing air elementals. What is she doing?
Yeah, I don't know. They do weird things.
She has regen, but okay, she's run. Yeah. But there's earth elementals. This is the turn of earth elementals, I'm telling you.
Sure is. Oh, and here comes the other one.
Very angry.
He's actually got gear.
Yeah, he's actually a super combatant. I mean, you don't want to fuck with this guy.
Yeah. No. But see, now he's killed one of them, which makes life easier for Ashdod.
Yep.
Oh my.
Not a good turn for Xibalba.
Well, that was not enough to take that out.
Yeah.
He must have not realized. Well, no, but you could see the Anuki. You could see both of them standing right there in the scout report. So
he knew. He probably pinged it before too. I'm sure he did at some point.
But this thing has been left alone for the whole game. Everybody's just kind of ignored it because it's an ordinary forest. Nothing too wonderful.
And it's a great province. 3 nature gems. Every time you see these guys, there's going to be a 3 nature gem site there. That's like a third of Brother Oak.
But everybody's left it alone for the whole game.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is why. It's a little scary. You got to be ready to take it.
Yeah. But that's what I'm predicting maybe Ashdod's going to do. Because that's a much larger army than he needed to close off that flank.
Yeah, this would murder that, I think.
I think so. Because he'll have the flaming arrows. And that'll eat the vine men. I don't think he's going to get the gear, though. I think he's going to cause a hit point route before he can kill that Anuki.
Yeah.
That's just a guess.
So Zabalba has been trying to pick Ashdod to death and instead has picked himself apart. He's just lost so much in these failed raids. And then this fight was pretty decisive in terms of being a loss.
So you're willing to check the army graph again now?
Yeah, let's take a look.
This is the one. Ooh. See, Xibalba lost.
Yeah. More than Vanheim in terms of quantity, but in terms of gold, Vanheim lost way more.
Yeah.
Was this Ashdod? Was this other person? Oh no, that's Agartha. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I was gonna say that's gonna tell a spoiler. I saw it there and I'm going, I won't say anything. But...
All right, message from End. This turn is very important to me. It's very precious. If all went well, I finally have Agartha's cap under siege and probably an undead titan at my cap. Ideally, Pangaea lost a great deal of white centaurs in defense of his cap, and that will trigger my southern army to move into Uruk. I can then push Pangaea out of the Agarthan lands. Oh man, that is so goddamn greedy. That's so greedy. Do you know how... that's so greedy. He wants to have a 2-front war now. He's like, okay... I mean, okay, if Pangaea lost his cap, that would not be greedy. Right? But that would be very practical. But given what's happened, I hope he doesn't pursue this course.
Yeah.
He just needs to finish Agartha.
Well, and there was the comments from Sai that his infrastructure is kind of inadequate for Ind.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going for Construction 7, mostly to get my own lanterns and weapons of sharpness. That's a game changer and will ensure my armies stay viable even when with limited research. Means we don't care about mass protection, Marble Warriors armies of letter gold, as that 25 protection will be 12 to 15 against 25 damage slashing. My Sacreds don't care much about Fog Warriors either. Mass Luck... I could snipe with Magic Duel. It's also really hard to thug against, so should be able to go toe-to-toe with any nation in the game. Okay.
Okay. Well, I hope he understands that to Magic Duel the Mass Luck caster, you have to get it before it casts it, because it's not a... Will of Fates is not a battle enchant, it's a unit buff.
Right.
So he means he could... Like, it wouldn't be like knocking out that Howl caster.
Right.
You kill it, the buff, the battle enchant is gone. You know, Will of Fates isn't that kind of spell.
Right. Okay. Let's look for a battle on top of Agartha. I don't want to ruin things. Okay.
There it is.
Wait, whoops.
Oh.
Val Vapors.
Gem bait. This is the Magic's phase gem bait. So, hang on, before you...
He's paralyzed.
But how many... Yeah, but we saw that he's still in 8 casts anyways. How many gems is he loaded up? Look at all those gems.
Oh, okay, let's take a look. He's got 8 and 2. None. Earth Readers each have 1.
For
Golem Crafters don't really have any so far.
It's not as many as I thought. Probably it's on the Oracles.
And the Oracles have like 5 each. 3, 5.
So that's 20. 25, 30.
Okay.
That's quite a few gems.
Up, I see some Earth Elementals. This is the turn of Earth Elementals.
Sure is, but that's a lot of gems. And the magma kids just sit there,
Yeah.
burn everything.
Oh my god.
The magma kids burn everything.
So he doesn't have any way for his god to retreat. He doesn't have Ritual of Returning. He doesn't have Returning. This god is meant to die.
I guess so.
Because he had said in his message, you know, I expect to have a white mage in my cap, so.
Okay.
But it's not looking like that's going to happen, actually.
It's still just sitting there. Oh, and now the paralyze is off. And the magma kids have surrounded it, so everything else does is come and get on fire. And now the ohms are up there. So he's going to lose the ohms.
Oh my god.
Oh.
He won this fight with just his god.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this guy's not going to have much HP in enemy dominion. His max HP is only 30. So he has regen, but the regen doesn't matter. They literally can't hurt him. He's got 20 protection. He's got moss body. These magma kids do fire damage, and he's got 1,000,000 fire resistance, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that was it.
64 fire resistance.
The magma kids are basically dead. And of course, the earth elementals can't trample it because it's a size 6, right?
Yeah. The magma kids totally fucked this up for him. They basically were a wall preventing him from taking damage.
Well, and now he's got ohms and melee.
Yeah.
Melee, which sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, they do AP damage at least, so they'll be able to hit him, but they're coming in one at a time and getting yoinked.
Wow. But I don't see any poison damage occurring, so he must have got Serpent's Blessing off. These guys have poison resist? Yeah. So he got
What's in their
Serpent's
bless? No, these guys are blessed, that's why they're...
Well, maybe the foul was just...
They're the only ones left of the sacred, so everything that's not sacred is dead.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. Well, I wish I could sing Reveille. Not Reveille, but the bugle song for end of game. Because yeah. The last post, I believe, is what's that's called. I think that's what the bugle song is called.
Well, I think we know how this ends. Let's speed through it.
Yeah, we could recite Flanders Fields or something.
Well, Malin, I will say this turn is delivered. You and I, we've been a little whiny, like little babies. But...
Well, come on, guys. Give us a show.
Yeah, and they have finally delivered.
Yeah.
Oh, it died.
Oh, my. Did it?
It couldn't kill the elementals.
So it died from turn timer.
It turned timer itself against it. The turn of Earth Elementals. That is the name of this episode. The Earth Elementals killed him.
How many have we seen? 50?
Yeah.
Maybe not 50, but a lot.
Oh my god. Okay, wow. But that paved the way for... now, I think there's going to be another battle, because I think the PD is still here. Since that was a mutual wipeout, the PD is still here.
But it's just PD.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing flaming arrows. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a melt. And look at all those fire elementals.
Yeah.
Well, now we can go back
this
to
is one dude.
Yeah, we can go back to the army graph and see that Agartha has lost almost everything.
Yeah. Agartha, I mean, he lost half his stuff. But he probably was the most important stuff. Well, the mages ran. So he's still got a lot of his mages. But I don't know if he has any gems to put on him.
Yeah, well, now he's... Or summon. No, he's very... Well, I don't think...
He's at the Vanarus level of units.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
I think his army graph being this low also makes me think he's using effigies of war. But
I didn't think they affected the graph.
yeah, that's what I mean. Because he
Oh,
had like a
oh,
400 stack in his capital. I don't think it was a
oh, I see
400
what you
stack.
mean.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Because yeah, look at how tiny his army graph
Yeah.
is. Vanarus hasn't had any troops for a long time.
Yep. So
I'm glad you commented on that because I'd missed that.
yeah. And then End is just a fine dandy turn for them. End's doing pretty good.
Oh my, yeah, he is.
And then he's raided back a lot of stuff. And that was, I mean, this was a great turn for End. This is
Well, now he's. The other thing is he's killed off pretty much all the wall defenders for Agartha because Agartha needed. I don't know if he bought defenders, but he needed those Agarthan one-eyed guys. They're the only ones he's got that have a half-assed chance of holding up walls. His magma kids are no good. I believe statues are useless because they're mindless. So Agartha has very little for wall defense inside his capital now.
yeah. I think too, there's like this I think this diplomatic situation, he probably needs to peace out. But I think the first person to peace out of this war with Pangaea is going to get the best deal. So if he's the first person to peace out, he might be able to get like say, "Hey, I'll peace out, but I want none of this Agarthan vulturing business. Give me all this stuff. You can keep the throne." That would be a good settlement for him.
Not bad. Now he made the comment in his message he was going to go after Uruk. I don't know what he's talking about. There's no Uruk
No,
left.
he was saying because Pan has been pulled back to his cap, assuming a lot of the White Centaur died, he's got an army here. He's going to come liberate the Uruk lands from Pangaea.
The former Uruk lands.
Right.
Okay. Now I understand.
Speaking of Uruk,
that siege is still ongoing. Oh, he failed again.
oh my god.
Oh, are those
Forest
those
giants. I think these are the hold up fort walls, but I'm not sure. A shadow seer,
also
nice.
good. They're good Evo and the Mataji bait with all those hit points.
And these are sacred. These are sacred summons, so.
Okay. And that's quite a bit of magic going on there. So
Light of the
not
Magic
over.
Star, or Northern Star. Wooden Warriors going off. Bunch of lesser air elementals. Gonna keep these guys distracted.
Is that a howl up the green star?
Yeah, by Uruk. So there's a lot of distraction chaff, and these guys who are very killy, a lot of them are ethereal now, and they have wooden warriors on them.
Right. And then some Lamias, which aren't great, but they are at least regen. Oh, the buffalo are doing okay. Do they trample?
Yeah,
Those water buffalo?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, they're not living very long, but they're running away.
But these toads are not going to fare well against these ethereal
No.
sacreds.
And the Lamias are doing okay. Oh, we got some stuns there.
Xibalba!
Yeah. Wow. This has been a rough turn for Zabalba.
Oh, man.
Major setbacks.
That is a hard turn.
Three major setbacks. He lost a big fight to Ashdod. He lost against the Independents and he lost a cap only mage on a failed storm. This is a rough turn for Zabalba.
I mean, doesn't really kill much. I guess he killed a few of these guys, but he killed 3 cat mages. Okay, so he put.
Okay.
How did they die? I don't even know.
I don't know. Were they communion?
Oh, that might be it. He probably burnt. Oh, they retreated. Wailing winds.
Oh, okay. Well, this
They
is a
have
good
bad
place.
morale, so
Oh, they do.
yeah.
Oh, the whaling was quite effective as far as. Oh, that's a lot of troops ran away. Yeah. So everything that ran away is gone. Yeah, whaling when you're storming is much more effective than other places. I still struggle with adapting to the fact that if you defend against a storm and you fail, you're dead.
Yeah.
You used to be able to retreat, but I think it's a good mechanics change because it encourages a less stagnant sort of play style.
Yeah.
Because there was the possibility of just summing up and then they changed the ratio of how much siege strength you get versus defense strength. So it's a lot harder to just park in a fort forever.
Right.
And I think that makes a healthier game. All right,
Okay.
so
that's this conflict. That's End and Agartha. All we have left is Bandar Log and Ulm. So Ulm takes this back from Bandar Log. Oh, and Vanarus, so all the Ulm stuff. Bandar Log, I guess his god is on top of an Ulm fort down here. Interesting choice.
Oh. Yeah, that thing could really move.
Yeah.
Like it's got a 10 map move.
So, oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. And that's a bit of an army.
With what the hell is this thing? A hag?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't even remember this unit. Is it a hero or something?
I think that's got to be a hero.
It's a hero. Baba Yaga.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard of Baba Yaga. I don't recognize the sprite. That's a new sprite.
Yeah.
I had heard that this sprite got an upgrade.
Ooh, Earthquake.
I hadn't seen it. Oh. And then what are the two? Darkness and Rigor?
Oh.
Darkness, Rigor, and Wailing.
Those are good against them. Damn. They've been busy researching. Looked like Doom go off? No?
No.
Did Doom looked like a lot like Doom. Maybe Curse of Stones? What's Curse of Stones?
Maybe Curse of Stones, yeah.
Ah!
Oh, mass flight. Oh my gosh. Well done, Ulm. We've been wondering when Ulm's research is going to come into play, and here it is.
Here it is.
Mass flight with those slow-moving, heavy weapon, heavy armored guys. That's devastating. He just
yeah. That's like
Here's another one.
The horns in Helm's Deep are blowing, and
that's a funny view. The big flail guys flying in the air.
Yeah. But I mean, that was a massacre. Literally a massacre.
And it is in deep trouble. Deep trouble.
Some people would probably be interested. I'm pretty sure this is set up with communion matrices. So, I'll let the spell get cast.
There we go.
And then I think they have flying yet. Okay, they do. So let's see if we can sort out who cast it.
Blessing, summon earth power, strength of giants.
I can. No, I can't do it that way.
I'm not. I think we missed it.
Oh, there's Curse of Stones going off.
Okay.
So he's using these lizards as communion slaves.
Right. So probably some of the smiths or black priests have matrices on.
Yeah, one of these guys certainly was the one who cast it. I can't be bothered now to find which one, but that was so. It's a communion with these guys as the slaves, so he doesn't have to do the slave matrices, and then they were doing mass flight. So. And
I didn't even see the flaming arrows because that's flaming arrows on iron darts. I think. Yeah. That's ugly. Flaming arrows on iron darts.
That doesn't work actually. I think it's on. He might have it on bows of war dudes or something, but.
Oh, he's got slingers.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw some actual arrows, so maybe it's bows of war because they look like they're all coming from a location.
Yeah, I know iron or flaming arrows doesn't work on Iron Blizzard, but
it does the name. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there we go. All making plays. Playa making plays. And we know Satis is posturing to go after him, but Satis hasn't done anything yet, so.
Still hasn't made a move.
Right.
Well, the move by Bandar is kind of funny, but he lost that Yaksha last turn, right? If I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. So there's really nothing left inside Bandar's capital because he lost the Yaksha and the Guru. So all that's left is the Sita. And I thought he would do a returning home, but he chose not to. I guess he chose, who cares?
Yep.
What kind of fight was on top Bandar? Just killing a touch of PD?
Yeah, this one was just...
That one I meant.
Oh, this one? Yeah, there's a noble. He was already on top, so there was a noble breaking out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So is now in a position to clean up his two wars and be able to focus if he's going to stay at war with Pan.
Yeah.
So that puts in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
But that he and Ashdod are both in position now to, well, Ashdod and Ulm have come up in the measures of potential contenders for the win, because the Zabalba took a bash, Agartha took a bash, Vanarus just took a huge bash. So that's 3.
Vanheim took a bash.
And Vanheim took a bash.
That's the most important one, because position 1 getting knocked down.
Yeah, so now we're at 5 contenders for the game. Well, and that doesn't even discuss Pelagia.
Yeah.
Which is still the sleeper, and we haven't talked about him.
Yeah, well, he's doing some Wish, probably Nexus play or something with Pelagia. You know, it's...
Yeah. But other than sending out his octopus, he didn't do anything this turn.
Right.
Okay. I've got 11, so I think that's everybody.
All right. Well, in that case, thank you all for watching, and thank you for joining me, Maryland.
Fun. Yeah, you're most welcome. That was a fun one.
Yep.
Yeah. You'll have to put a special title to this one.
Earth Elemental episode.
Yeah. If you don't watch any of the other episodes, watch this one.
Extreme Earth Elementals. Maybe we do that. All right.
EE.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys. See you next time.
Bye, guys.